interesting one, right? I kind of parachuted into Hollywood for this the SEAL Team show on CBS, right? I had an opportunity to sit down with the president of CBS. He says, "Hey, Biss, what does Hollywood do wrong with military content?" Pretty easy. You don't hire enough veterans to make sure the veteran content actually gets across, right? I said, look, I did 13 deployments, and it's not about the Rambo shit. I did plenty of that. I was married. I tried to have kids, like all of these things, and it's a balance. It's not just the shoot 'em up stuff, right? There's way more to being a SEAL than what's in combat. And he's like, okay, would you help me put this together? Sure. So started hiring a handful of vets. Then Hollywood stepped in. They're like, no. You've got 3 involved. I'm like, 3? We need like 300. So I went back to the president of CBS. I'm like, sir, this isn't the deal we cut. I'm like, this, you have to put a lot of them in here, right? There's only 3 of us so far. And of course, right, what he wants and the lieutenants below him, they always change what he wants, probably like the military. So I kept butting heads, but every time I'd go back and talk with the president, he'd say, okay, Biss, okay. And I'd win. And by season 7, right, went 7 seasons.
There's 7 seasons of this?
7 seasons, 200 vets employed on the show.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Directors, editors. We had 2 former SEALs and a former MARSOC guy in the writer's room writing the episodes with the crazy Hollywood types that write the episodes, right? Otherwise, we'd be throwing nuclear hand grenades episode 2, right? It doesn't work. They clearly pulled a whole bunch of stuff from my books and put it in the show. We talk a lot about mental health. We have veteran suicide. We have an episode where we had a veteran shoot himself in the VA parking lot, right? Mental health was never brought up at all, ever during my time, ever. It was dirty word, right? So to have the ability to have an effect on a show that can tell a real story, that was it. So SEAL Team, 7 seasons, learned a lot. It's super expensive. It's slow, and it's a dying breed, right? So I've got a farm in North Carolina, which is where I am moving to in my next phase of life. I'm going to be a farmer, raising some Wagyu beef.
Nice.
And
send some of that up here. I'll trade you gummy bears for Wagyu beef
Deal.
any fucking day.
Deal. So yeah, through that process, right? It's an old cattle farm that my wife and I bought 10 years ago. We've been cleaning up, and we're like, you know what? We should share a little bit of the story of, hey, where our food comes from, right? I'm a little bit of a prepper, so we'll be getting off the grid with some solar and whatnot. And so
Nice.
we're like, let's put a little show around this, and then I bring buddies out and bring them through the show.
No shit.
Yeah, you'll have to come.
Cool, man.
We set up a thing called the Farm Olympics with my son. Now when you come, we'll have you do it, but it's shooting out of an ice bath, sporting clays, right? Paddle boarding, side-by-siding, with axe throwing, with Winkler. Like, we got a whole bunch of stupid fun stuff to do around the farm.
Dude, that's awesome.
But yeah.
Sounds like a total man camp. That's fucking amazing.
It is.
Well, congratulations, man. I'm really happy for you. And so, a couple more questions.
Send it.
One, what is the one thing that stuck with you the most out of your career in the SEAL teams? A positive thing.
A positive. Okay.
Positive.
A positive from my time in the SEAL team.
Before all the bullshit happened.
Man, and you've lived it, so I'm speaking to the choir here. There's something about working with a group of people. I'm not talking about the officers and all the people. I'm talking about the operators that you worked with, right? And the fact that each one of them, right, would give of himself for the team, right? And I loved that, right? I loved the fact that I worked in an environment where the team was all rowing in the same direction, and it was great. I absolutely loved that. I loved the black and white nature of it, right? There's very little gray area. You're either all in or you're not. And I was all in. So I loved all of that. Problem is you get out and you miss it. I have a Delta Force buddy who's on the SEAL team show. Delta guy playing a SEAL. That's weird. But Tyler Gray. And he's like, look, Biss, we don't have PTSD. We have LTSD. Have you heard this one before?
No.
Okay, so I'm like, Tyler, what's LTSD? He's like, we have lack of traumatic stress disorder. Okay, explain it to me. And it's the best way I've ever heard it explained.
Really?
Like, okay, Biss. He's like, for a decade straight, our day job, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, on average, was to creep into the house, pick the lock on the door, and come deal with you and 10 of your friends with me and 10 of my friends. Right? We're gonna be very calm in that chaos because that's what we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and for a decade. All right, it's kind of our normal night. Well, that's our norm. That's our baseline. I don't get adrenaline rush in a shootout. I slow down and make smart decisions. Adrenaline will get you killed. So if that becomes our norm, I turned in my ID card. I left the base. I never got shot at again. I haven't been skydiving. I've had lack of traumatic stress in my life. And Tyler's like, he explained that to me. I'm like, holy shit. It's the best way ever. I don't have PTSD. I have LTSD, right? I did it long enough that was my happy place and my norm. It gave me purpose. It gave me all the things I needed in life. And then one day I turned in my ID card. I left. And now I have lack of traumatic stress disorder. Now, why do vets step into drug and alcohol issues? Maybe they're trying to recreate the chaos. Single-handedly, the best way I've ever heard it explained to me.
Maybe. I don't know. A lot of other symptoms going on while in service. Like you saying you're not fucking sleeping while in service.
Yeah, I didn't sleep for more than 4 or 5 hours a night for almost a decade. Right? It's like there's a lot of combined stressors that add up, and you think about it again. I was at the command for 8 straight years, and that pressure never got relieved for anybody. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the command in general. That pressure just got more and more pressurized, more and more pressurized, more and more pressurized. Oh, big success of Bin Laden mission. Okay, boom, we got gut punched with all of our friends died.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah, man.
I got one other crazy story for you.
What do you got?
So when my kids were little, I would go volunteer at their school, right? They use their mom's maiden name, so nobody knows. They're just trying to stay under the radar. Certainly nobody at the kids' school knows my background, but there's a program called Watchdogs, Dads of Good Students. Dads can go to the school, volunteer for the day, and whatever. So I'm going to be a watchdog. I show up at the school. I'm like, yeah, I'm Ava, Dad. I'm here for my volunteer. Like, okay, well, here's your T-shirt. Would you go work the crossing guard as the buses show up? Here's a reflective vest and a stop sign. I'm like, I'm probably overqualified for this, but it's going to be a really safe intersection. I got my Navy SEAL hand and arm signals, right? I'm working the intersection. Reflective vest, stop sign. In the middle of this, I see this guy walking up with a couple kids, and he's got a SEAL Team 6 hat on. The type we don't sell.
Oh, shit.
Right? We have squadron hats. We don't have Team 6 hats. So he walks across the intersection. I give him a look. He gives me the tough guy nod and walks into school. Holy shit, I got to talk to this guy. Maybe he was at the command. So I let him come out. I get out of the street. I let the traffic go. And I'm looking. I'm like, hey, man, it's you the hats. Were you in the teams? I was. I'm like, oh, no shit. I'm Team 6. Those are the guys that got Bin Laden. You weren't a part of that, were you? This guy looks around. I don't like to talk about it, but I was.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, I can't believe what he just said. I just keep staring at him. I'm in my reflective vest. I got my stop sign. I'm like, no shit. So was I. And that's all I said. I just keep staring at him.
Oh, my gosh.
And he's looking at me. I'm looking at him.
The 2 crossing guards are out there beating the shit out of each other.
Well, I'm like, I'm going to kill him with my sign. My wife's texting me. She's like, the kids are at school. Don't kill him with the stop sign. We had a few choice words. I'm like, who is the Master Chief on Chalk 1? What Bud's class were you in? All right, this guy had nothing. I'm like, listen, I got a lot of dead friends who'd be really upset that you're coming in here acting like you are. Why don't you beat it? How about that? What are the odds of that?
Man.
24 dudes in the world, and he's lying to the wrong crossing guard at the wrong time.
Wow. People never cease to amaze me. Well, Matt, we're wrapping up the interview. Last question.
Send it.
If you had 3 people to recommend for the show, who would they be?
Ooh, 3 guys to come on this show. Great question. They probably wouldn't want me dropping their names on this right now. I could think of a couple operators that I worked with who would be phenomenal to help round out a whole bunch of stuff for you. Whether they will come here and be on the show, I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't going to do any of this until I talked to you. Knowing you, knowing what you've built and the type of person you are, that's why I was willing to come sit here. So I appreciate that. And I think there will be some others that will follow suit.
Well,
And so I won't drop names, but they will be phenomenal interviews if I can encourage them to come out.
thank you. Thank you. Well, Matt, it was an honor. And, I wish the best for you. I hope that book gets the blessing soon. So,
Appreciate it.
God bless, brother.
Thanks, man.
Cheers. No matter where you're watching Sean Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.